I've reviewed several keychain style flashlights, and due to the size, I end up taking many of them off. They're just kind of a little bit too big. This is where the Olight i1R is different. It's seriously tiny and completely functional bright light for brief uses, offering 5 and 150 lumen modes. Thanks to Olight for providing this to me to take a look at. Make sure you keep watching and check out the description below to find out how you can enter the giveaway. I'm going to be giving away one of these i1Rs to a lucky viewer. Packaging here has been like other recent Olights. It's this white box with this heavy texture on it. On the back you get your critical stats, and I'll put in some better pictures. Inside the package you get this nice white plastic insert. They want to make sure you take out the little protective insert to keep it from discharging while in shipping. Underneath the package you get the blue Olight micro USB cable. This is just a standard cable, but it's nice. It's that blue Olight aluminum connectors like you see on the S30R and other Olights, and you get the manual. The light is built from nicely machined black anodized aluminum. The light has a little bit of knurling here on the front and the back to help give you grip, and that works pretty well. The head comes completely off here, and that provides access to the micro USB port for charging, and there's a nice O-ring here. This is IPX8 water rated and drop resistant to about 2 meters. I've dropped it on a tile floor a couple times, works just fine, and I've also dunked it. I was going to have water here to show you that, but I forgot it. Mine happens to be engraved, which is cool too. The one I'm giving away is not engraved. This light weighs only 0.42 ounces and is only 41 millimeters long. So let's compare it to a few other lights and objects you might be familiar with. So here it is next to the Nikkor TIP high CRI version, and you can see it's significantly smaller than that. Here's an Olight S Mini Baton. You can see significantly smaller. Here's a Raylight Mini. This is a AAA light, and you can see there, again, significantly smaller. Here's a AAA battery. You can see it's shorter than the AAA, but a little bit wider in diameter. And if you're a firearms guy, here's a couple calibers that give you an idea how big it is. I've got .223, I've got the Olight S1R, I've got 40 Smith & Wesson, and 9mm. Diameter-wise, you can see here it's kind of close to that 40 Smith & Wesson. So the back of this light has a diagram to tell you how it works, and it's the back of the light you turn. So turn right to turn it on to the low mode. You can see there's 5 lumens, and if I keep going, you get the brighter 150. You can see the beam shot here. It's very consistent, no hot spot or anything like that. The LED used in this is a Philips Luxon TX, and I call this a pleasant cool white. It's not super cool, which I like, but it's no Nisha 219. The beam pattern is smooth with no artifact. Here are my night shots for the Olight i1R. This is a super small keychain style light, and this is low mode, 5 lumens. And I've got the camera adjusted so this mimics what my eye sees here best as I can. 5 lumens isn't a lot of light, but this really works well. If I had to guess, it's over 5 lumens if I had the equipment to calibrate. It's a nice usable beam, as you can see here. I'm on my deck. We can see, you know, out to 10, 15 feet real well. I can even, it's a pretty full moon night here, and I can even start to see the fence just a little bit beyond a distance. And here is the higher setting, 150 lumens. Again, I've adjusted exposure so this mimics what my eye is seeing best I can. And again, I think this is a higher lumen count than what Olight's rating it for. I've even woke up the neighbor's dog a little bit over there, it looks like. But you can see that fence. If I pan up a little bit, you can even see almost the neighbor's fence. Really impressive for such a small light, and decent run times too. So the battery is internal and sealed here. It's a lithium ion 10180, very small battery. I think that's slightly unfortunate. It's been mentioned that this light also doesn't have low voltage protection over on the budget light forums. And at this price point, which is under $20, I can live with a sealed battery, but I really think it should have low voltage protection. Overly discharging a cell once isn't dangerous, but charging it again can be more dangerous. For a light that's aimed at the mainstream consumer, it's something I really think it should have. As I mentioned, in low mode, Olight states this light's able to produce light for 7 hours, and on high, 130 lumens, it's rated for 20 hours. I made one discharge graph from high and it lasts longer than 20 minutes. It creates an S-curve as it discharges and loses lumens slowly the entire time. I stopped my test at the 30-minute mark and the battery measured at 2.82 volts, which is okay, but I don't love to get my lights below about 3 volts. Charging is accomplished via this micro USB port here. Let me connect it up to an Anker battery pack that I reviewed earlier. And you can see here you get a red LED when it's charging, and it goes green when it's completely charged. I charged it up from that cutoff at 2.82 volts, and it, as expected, it charges pretty slowly. It took 65 minutes to get it to a full charge at a maximum of 0.08 amps. So as I was mentioning, Olight's provided me a brand new i1R in a box that I'll be giving away to a viewer in about 2 weeks' time from the posting this review to my North American audience. I'll be using glem.io and have a link in the description below to how you can enter. To enter, you'll need to make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel and like this video. I'll have a few other ways you can increase your chances at winning as well. Make sure to read the description for all the details. The Olight i1R is a simple but effective keychain flashlight that's really small and lightweight. It's not exactly what enthusiasts would want, since it lacks that removable battery and low voltage protection. However, at this price point, under $20, I think it'll be a hit. My girlfriend once wanted to replace her Nikkor Tiny she had on her keychain because it's smaller and won't activate as easily. I think for what this is, it's perfectly adequate, the amount of light it produces, and I plan to put it on my keychain as a backup. I do think it should really have low voltage protection added, and hopefully they're able to do that. Overall, I like the Olight i1R because it's small size, relatively high output, and affordable price at under 20 bucks. Let me know what you think, and if you have any questions, please ask them below. Make sure to enter that giveaway, subscribe to my channel, like this video, and I'll see you on the next one.